Hello, this is my notable minority, Lucy Gonzalez Parson. Lucy was born in 1853. She's of Mexican and Native American descent. It was rumored that she was a descendant of a slave, but she denied this. She married a white male named Albert Parsons, and being a woman and a minority at the same time during this time period really showed her or caused her a lot of hardships. Because she married a white male in Texas, it's actually not allowed, so her and her husband were forced to move to Chicago. This is actually a good thing for her because it put her right at the center of an organized labor fight. So Chicago was a big industry, labor industry for a lot of different fields, so it really allowed her to have a voice on her opinions. The big uproar that happened was the Haymarket affair, the Haymarket event. She actually helped organize a strike of over 100,000 workers where they walked off their job. This led to a riot and actually a bombing where civilians as well as police were killed. The strike was about the length of the workday, and the next slide will get a little more in detail for that. But it showed that she was not around just to talk, but she actually promoted physical political activism. So May 1st, or May Day, actually started with labor unions demanding an 8-hour workday. It's kind of crazy to think that what we're so used to in today's modern times has actually been fought for since the late 19th century. After announcing this idea, a couple days later, the Haymarket affair happened. So you can see they were really close by each other. And it really helps to illustrate the struggle for equal rights of all minorities. So Lucy Parsons actually had a lot of controversy as well, or at least when we look back to her. So she was part of the IWW, or the Industrial Workers of the World. It's actually just a labor union, so there's nothing too crazy with that. But she was also part of the socialists, the anarchists, and the communists. And we think of these labels as representing bad things. But back then, government and business were capitalist. And they treated their workers badly, especially minorities. They treated them with low wages and rough working conditions. So these ideas, these socialists or anarchists or communists, they were a way of voicing opposition to capitalism at the time for minorities. And it's really interesting to see that this struggle between low wages and rough working conditions was happening back then, and we see a similar fight now as well. Her legacy is pretty simple. She was a woman who was fighting when she had no